Well, hi there, folks. I'm Mark. Welcome back to the channel where it's all about racing. A couple days ago, I did a Porsche for my Porsche dealership collection, and that went over like shit. So I'm hoping that these Bburago F1 cars will go over a little bit better. Now, these are 143 scale Bburagos, the Mercedes W13 from the 2022 season. Now, the chassis was a Mercedes first car built for the new ground effect technical regulations for 2022. And we all know how that went for Mercedes, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. Now, returning once again is the traditional silver livery, which I really like with the Petronas blue on it. Looks really, really good. The engine is a Mercedes AMG M13 Performance, which is a 1.6 liter direct fuel injected turbocharged V6. It also features an MGUK and a thermal energy recovery system. Now, the transmission was co-developed by both Mercedes and X-Track and is an 8-speed semi-automatic sequential gearbox with one reverse gear. Now, we talked about the troubles that Mercedes had in 2022. And those of you that follow Formula One probably know far better than me. But to just refresh, there were 22 races in the season. Mercedes only won one of them. They did score 17 podiums, but just one pole. And for what should be the second or first best running team, that was not very good. And consequently, the number 13 or the W13 is regarded as the worst Mercedes AMG developed car to date. The drivers were, as you have on my left-hand side here, with the yellow trim, that would be Lewis Hamilton in the 44. And on the right side with the blue trim is George Russell, the number 63 car. Now, I mentioned in the other two videos that I did of both the Ferrari and of the Red Bull that I purchased all 6 of these cars for just $35 with free shipping. Guys, that's 6 cars for $35. Do the math through Lynn's discount on eBay, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. So what do I like about the car? The car itself is pretty good. The box is a cheap piece of shit. It's basically cardboard with a base that's cardboard, and what looks like an acrylic jewel cover is not. It's just plastic. The box is nicely done with the drivers on each side. A really cool picture of the car on the back, and you can see Lewis Hamilton on the other. But otherwise, it is totally useless, and quite frankly, once I've taken these cars out of the boxes go in the trash can, and I put these in a display case. Now, as for the car itself, Bburago has really upped their game. These are good-looking cars. And guys, I have these cars duplicated in both Spark and Mini Champs. And when you put them side by side from a distance, you cannot tell the difference from one to the other. They look really good. Now, where the Bburago obvious flaws are that you can see even from a distance is the fine attention to detail and the petite little parts you get. For example, the pitot tube, which is a nice touch on this, is thick and big and looks like a cheap piece of plastic. There are no aerials on the car. You do have a rather nice driver's looking helmet in the cockpit, even though the driver figure itself looks like crap. It's like a stick man. Otherwise, the fit and the finish and the decal work is quite good. These cars do roll, something as a collector that I don't like, but I know a lot of people do. And if you flip them over on the opposite side, you can see some of the ground effects on it. But otherwise, it looks kind of cheap and cheesy, and you can see the metal axles that allow the car to roll. But these metal axles are really hidden well with the suspension work there. So it doesn't take away from it that much. All in all, the car looks very, very sharp. As I mentioned, all the details are nicely done on it. And even shows some carbon fiber trim on the side rails. And I noticed that on both the Red Bull and the Ferrari as well. So all in all, I would say, folks, that Bburago has done a really nice job with these cars. Now, I mentioned that you can buy these for $35 on eBay, and that is through Lynn's discount. That's L-Y-N-S, just like the woman Lynn's. It's called list discount on eBay, and you can get all 6, 2 Red Bulls, 2 Mercedes, 2 Ferraris for just $35, free shipping. Check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.